the classic, I would say, Billecart style of vinification, you know, and that's something very, very important to understand, is that one of the specificity of Billecart-Salmon is to we work, let's say, on a very slow and cold process of vinification, and first of all, of course, fermentation, to respect the fruit. You know what is important is, first of all, to remind that champagne, of course, is a wine. Seems so evident, but it's good to remind. And wine, obviously, is made with fruit. Okay, wow. Grapes. And those grapes in Champagne, they have quite a single particularity. If you compare with Burgundy or the region, the soil is completely different. Champagne is, first of all, a region with a very specific soil and a continental climate. It can be very hot in summer. We can get very cold in winter. We can have snow. It can freeze. You know, it's really the fourth season is showing in Champagne. So, pardon. So it's important to have that in mind, and that the structure of our wines is basically structured on the natural acidity, and that's very important to understand. When it comes to harvest in Champagne, well, for us, for Billecart at least, it's important for us not to be too ripe. Of course, it's important to be ripe, but not in an extreme way like we do for Clos Saint-Hilaire, for example. We push a little bit more to be ripe, but let's say for brut rosé, for example, for the brut vintage, for a lot of different cuvées, even the Nicolas Francois, we want Billecart style is based on freshness, elegance, you know, and this is, and the natural acidity is there to build this. And so it's important not to cook the fruit during the vinification. When I say not to cook the fruit, it means that not to go too high in terms of temperature during the first fermentation. And that's a very strict rule. You know, we don't want to exceed 14 degrees during the first alcoholic fermentation. Because it's the best way to keep up with the freshness of the fruit, and to keep that fruit capacity all the way during the vinification. You know, at Billecart-Salmon, what we do, what others do in 1 month, at Billecart-Salmon, we need at least minimum 2.5. It gives you an idea of the amount of time we take.